GTA Online Formula 1 cars have otherworldly downforce just like their real-life counterparts. When Rockstar Games introduced open-wheel racing and Formula 1-inspired vehicles into GTA Online, players quickly noticed something extraordinary. These cars didn't just look like their real-world counterparts. They behaved like them in crucial ways, especially in terms of downforce. Anyone who's driven an F1 car in the game knows that these vehicles stick to the asphalt with a grip that feels almost unnatural. In a game world known for exaggerated physics and arcade-like freedom, the presence of cars that mimic the grounded reality of elite motorsport is striking. The sensation of downforce in GTA Online as Formula 1 cars becomes immediately apparent the moment you take a sharp corner at breakneck speed and the car doesn't even flinch. While typical vehicles in the game either understeer or spin out when pushed too hard, these F1-inspired beasts seem to anchor themselves to the road. Rockstar achieved this by applying advanced vehicle handling parameters that simulate aerodynamic loading, an impressive technical feat given the limitations of the game engine. In real-world Formula 1, downforce is generated by complex aerodynamic surfaces, front and rear wings, barge boards, and diffusers, all of which are designed to channel air in ways that push the car into the track. This pressure increases grip, allowing drivers to corner at astonishing speeds. While GTA Online obviously doesn't model airflow with the granularity of real-world physics engines like those in professional simulators, it captures the effect in a convincing way. The handling dynamics of these in-game cars reflect a deep understanding of how downforce should feel. This creates a unique experience for players. Suddenly, racing isn't just about raw speed, it's about maintaining momentum, braking with precision, and finding optimal racing lines. Players familiar with actual F1 racing will notice how similar strategies translate into the virtual world. Braking zones, apex management, and tire preservation, yes, even that, play roles in deciding races. The game even includes pit stops, further blurring the line between arcade and simulation. The attention to downforce transforms the gameplay from chaotic sprinting to disciplined competition. What makes this especially impressive is how it elevates the immersion within the GTA Online ecosystem. In a game that normally rewards mayhem, these F1 races demand control and finesse. The contrast is refreshing. One moment, players are dodging missiles and armored kurumas. The next, they're surgically threading between apexes in their Pro-Gen PR4 or Benefactor BR8. It's a testament to how diverse GTA Online's driving mechanics have become, and how seriously Rockstar treated the challenge of replicating F1 dynamics within their existing systems. Interestingly, the game's sense of downforce is so convincing that many players begin to intuitively feel aerodynamic limits, even though no actual wind tunnels or real-time telemetry exist in-game. They sense when the grip is about to fade, when oversteer lurks, or when late braking will push the car wide. It's a fascinating case of virtual muscle memory, a feedback loop between game mechanics and player instincts that mirrors what real drivers experience, albeit in a simplified form. Additionally, the presence of otherworldly downforce in GTA Online F1 cars brings an educational aspect to casual gamers. Most players may not know terms like ground effect or aero balance, but after a few hours in an open-wheel race, they start to understand these principles intuitively. They learn that even a slight elevation change or steering angle affects grip. The visual design of the cars, with sculpted wings and sleek monocoques, further reinforces this idea, grounding the fantasy of GTA in the reality of motorsport physics. Of course, it's not a perfect simulation. Contact between cars is overly punishing, the tire model is basic, and the effects of turbulence or dirty air are absent. But none of that stops the experience from being intense and oddly authentic. In fact, the stripped-down simulation often makes the sensation of downforce even more pronounced. It becomes the defining trait of the vehicle class, what separates it from muscle cars, supercars, or even rally-spec machines. There's also an aesthetic dimension to this downforce-heavy design. Watching a pack of F1 cars rocket through a cityscape like Los Santos International Airport or the Vinewood Hills brings an almost cyberpunk energy to the game. The juxtaposition of bleeding-edge performance machines on chaotic urban circuits emphasizes their precision. They appear out of place, like futuristic invaders, but at the same time perfectly at home in their own niche. Their tight grip on the road becomes a kind of poetry in motion. Community-created races have embraced this dynamic with gusto. Players design circuits that maximize the handling potential of these machines, full of sweeping turns, elevation changes, and rapid chicanes. The best tracks feel like digital analogs to Silverstone or Suzuka, made not by engineers but by fans who understand how to design for downforce. In this sense, Rockstar's F1 cars have seeded a subculture within GTA Online. one that values skill, engineering, and precision over chaos. In conclusion, GTA Online's Formula One cars don't just borrow visual cues from real-life counterparts. They replicate a defining trait: downforce. Through clever handling design and immersive feedback, Rockstar has brought a taste of elite motorsport into a virtual world better known for explosions and heists. The result is a unique blend of fantasy and realism where otherworldly grip isn't just a gimmick. It's a transformative gameplay mechanic that deepens the racing experience for everyone.